Hello students, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. How are you all? I hope all of you were fit and fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I'm also fine. This is your Nushrat Jahan Miss, teacher of Milestone Preparatory KG School from Sector 14, Uttara. I am welcoming you all to our today's online video class. Dear students, you know that I am your science teacher, so today I will take a new science class. Our today's lecture number is 35 and I will take class from chapter 8, the universe. I know that already you have done reading practice classes from this chapter. So today I will take a class of descriptive broad question answer. In this chapter, you will get 4 sample broad question answers. So, my dear lovely students, prepare yourself with pen, book, copy and let's start our today's class. Before starting our today's class, I want to ask some questions from previous class so that I can understand that you have learned your lessons properly. So, my question is for all. I will ask and you will give me the answer. So my first question is, what is planet? Who will give me the answer? Yes, tell. Very good. A planet is a large object in space that moves round the sun. Actually, when you write any short question, try to write in 2 sentences. Now, my next question is, what is galaxy? Now, who will give the answer? Yes, good. So, the answer is, a galaxy is a huge group of stars and systems. Now, my next question is, what is constellation? Now, who will give the answer? Yes, excellent answer. A pattern of stars with shapes like an animal, person or object is called constellation. I think all of you have learned your lessons properly. Very good. Now everyone open your CW copy and write CW35, today's date, and at the middle portion of your copy write chapter 8, the universe. Then write discussion on broad question answer from 1 to 4. Our today's chapter is chapter 8, the universe. Learning outcomes. At the end of the lesson, students will be able to tell about the moon and its phase. They will identify the planets of solar system and they can learn how vast the universe is. Let's start our today's class. Our today's topic is broad question answer. In this chapter, we will read 4 sample broad question answer. Let's read. Question number 1. Explain the phases of the moon. So, before starting the phase, let's discuss about the moon. What is moon? The moon is a large natural object that travels around the earth. Now let's learn some sentences about the moon. Number 1. After the sun, it is the brightest object in the sky. Number 2. The moon is made of rocks and metal. Number 3. It does not make its own light. Number 4. The distance from the moon to earth is 3,84,400 kilometers. Again I am repeating. The distance from the moon to earth is 3,84,400 kilometers. Number 5. When it reflects the sun's light, we can see the moon. Let's see the picture. In this picture, we can see moon is reflected light to the earth, and this light mainly comes from the sun. I think now you have understood about the moon. Now let's read the answer of the first question. Phases of the moon. The moon is a space object that moves around the earth. It is a large sphere made of rock materials. When we observe the moon in the night sky, the moon's shape looks a little different every night. The moon seems big and round on some nights. On the nights, it looks small and half round shaped. The changing shapes of the bright part of the moon that we see are called the phases of the moon. There are 8 phases of the moon. The phases repeat in every 28 days. Dear students, it's a picture of phases of moon. In this picture, we can see new moon, which is totally dark. Then waxing crescent, then first quarter, waxing gibbous, then full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent. Actually, there are 8 phases of the moon. Now, I will explain shortly that how does it happen. We know the moon revolves round the earth at a fixed orbit, and it doesn't have its own light. So, when the moon is exactly in the middle of the earth and the sun, it becomes invisible in the night sky. This invisible phase of the moon is called the new moon. As you can see in the picture, it's totally dark, and it is the middle of the earth and the sun. But as the moon continues to orbit and moves a little ahead in the waxing phase after 2 or 3 days, and some lights from the sun starts to fall on the some part of the moon which looks like crescent shape, and it is called waxing crescent. And moon continues its orbital journey, and for this sun's reflection keeps increasing on the moon. In about a week, the sun is in a 90-degree position to the moon. We can see its half portion, which is called the first quarter. After first quarter, about 2 or 3 days, the moon is more than half full, and this position is called waxing gibbous. And about 2 weeks after the new moon, it reaches behind earth, and full sight of the moon facing the earth gets the sunlight from the sun, and we can see the full moon. After that, the moon starts journeying from full moon to the new moon. Light begins to decrease to the surface, and the moon enters the waning gibbous phase. After this, once again, last quarter phase, and then the moon shrinks back to a crescent, and it is called waning crescent, which is less than last quarter. And finally, it comes back between the earth and the sun again, which is called the new moon. Actually, it needs 28 days to complete the phases. Now, our second question is, what are the differences between planets and stars? The differences between planets and stars are, in the box, first one is planet and second one is star. Let's read out. Number 1. It is a large object in the space that moves round the star. Star, number 1. It's a huge ball of burning gas that gives off light, heat and other energy. Then, number 2. A planet has no light of its own. It shines by reflecting by the light of the sun. Number 2. A star has its own light. Planets do not have light, but stars have its own light. Number 3. Planets do not twinkle. Stars twinkle at night. And at night, when we see the sky, we can see lots of stars, right, my dear? Now, let's see the picture. In this picture, we can see different planets. And this picture is a picture of a night sky. And we can see lots of stars which are shining. Right, my dear? Okay. My dear students, when in the question it is written, make difference, that time try to write the answer in a box which I showed. Then you will get good marks, okay? I hope you will understood. Then our next question is, what are the components of the solar system? Answer. Solar system is made up of all the planets that orbit the sun. In addition to planets, the solar system also consists of moon, comets, asteroids, dust and gas. That means components of solar system are moon, comets, asteroids, dust, gas and planets. There are 8 known planets in the solar system. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. The Earth is one of the 8 planets of the solar system. The Moon is the only one satellite of the Earth. Now let's see the picture. In this picture, we can see different planets and also how it looks. You can easily understand by seeing this. At first, we can see the Sun, then Mercury, then Venus, then Earth, then Mars, then Jupiter, then Saturn, then Uranus and last one is Neptune. Now let's discuss about the planets. Our first planet is Mercury. It is the smallest planet in the solar system. It is the closest to the Sun. It takes 88 days to orbit round the Sun. Mercury is a light grey in color. And It is the second hottest planet. See, it's a picture of Mercury. Now, Venus. It is the hottest planet in the solar system and it is the second closest to the Sun. It takes 225 days to orbit round the Sun. Venus is white and yellow color with reddish and brown surface. The surface of Venus is completely obscured by clouds. Its size is similar to the Earth. In this picture, we can see Venus. Then, the Earth. It is the third planet from the Sun. It is the only one natural satellite of the planet. It is not flat, but it's not perfectly round. It takes 365 days and 6 hours to orbit round the Sun. In this picture, we can see the Earth. It's a powerful magnetic field and it has gravity also. Okay, my dear. Then our next planet is Mars. It is the fourth planet from the Sun and it is the second smallest planet in the solar system. It is the red planet. It takes 687 days to orbit round the Sun. Mars can easily be seen from the Earth with the naked eyes, as can its reddish coloring. In this picture, we can see Mars. Our next planet is Jupiter. It is the fifth planet from the Sun and also it is the largest planet in the solar system. It is covered with cloud stripes and has big storm. It takes 4,333 days to orbit round the Sun. Jupiter is a gas giant and doesn't have a solid surface. Jupiter also has rings, but they are too faint to see very well. It is made by hydrogen and helium. It has a very thick atmosphere. Its rings are very hard to see. It is known from ancient times because it can be seen without advanced telescope. Now we can see Jupiter in the picture. Then our next planet is Saturn. It is the sixth planet from the Sun. Also, it is the second largest planet in the solar system. This planet is famous for its ring system, which is composed mostly of ice particles with small amount of rocks and dust. It takes 29 years to orbit round the Sun. It is huge. Its beautiful rings are not solid. Rings are huge but thin. It is mostly made up of gas. Let's see the picture of Saturn. Have you seen, my dear? Okay. Now, our next planet is Uranus. It is the seventh planet from the Sun and it is the coldest planet in the solar system. This planet has a ring and the atmosphere of Uranus contains ices. It takes 84 years to orbit round the Sun. Uranus has 27 moons. It was the first planet discovered in the modern age. Let's see the picture of Uranus. Okay, now our next planet is Neptune. It is the eighth and furthest planet from the Sun. It is 17 times mass from the Earth. The atmosphere of Neptune is made of hydrogen, helium, methane and small amount of ice. It takes 165 years to orbit round the Sun. It is the fourth largest planet in the solar system. Let's see the picture. Its color is blue. It has a small gas giant. It has the strongest wind in the solar system and also it is very coldest. It's not visible to the naked eyes. It also discovered in 1846. I hope you have understood about different planets of the solar system. Now, question number 4. How do you know that the universe is so vast? Answer is, no one knows for sure how big the universe is. The universe is made up of everything that exists, including galaxies, stars, planets, space, all matter and energy. There are billions of galaxies in the universe. Scientists believe that the universe is extending with time. Actually, the universe is so vast and big, we cannot imagine how big it is. There are so many galaxies in it. Our galaxy is Milky Way galaxy. In the night when we can see the sky, we can see so many stars. It looks very beautiful and all these stars are including in the universe. So, you can imagine how big the universe is. Let's see the picture of universe. You can see in the picture.
Now it's time to take feedback so that I can understand that you have learned your lessons properly or not. Let's start. My first question is, what is solar system? Who will give the answer? Yes, very good. The solar system is made up of sun, all the planets that moves around the sun, other objects such as asteroids, comets, dust, gas, etc. Then my next question is, how many planets are there in solar system? Oh, it's a very easy question, right, my dear? So now, who will give the answer? Yes, there are 8 planets in the solar system. They are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And my last question is, tell 3 sentences about universe. The 3 sentences about universe are, number 1, universe is made up of everything that exists,
including galaxies, star, planets, space, etc. Number 2. There are billions of galaxies in the universe. Number 3. Scientists believe that universe is extending with the time. I hope all of you have learned your lessons properly. Thank you.
Now it's time to give homework. Our today's homework number is 15. Learn broad question answer 1 to 4 and write broad question number 2 from chapter 8, The Universe.
That's all for today. Thank you very much. Hope you will enjoy the class. Again we will meet, inshallah. Till then, take care.